here in the second day of Fibo 2013 with the only Dorian Yates. How are you, Dorian? How are you?
Man, how are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm glad to see you. I'm
here, man. Always been here for 20 years now at Fibo.
Well, how you find it today?
Yeah, it's very good. New venue. Now we moved from Essen now back to Cologne, and I think the venue is nicer. There's a lot more space for people to walk around and everything. So seems to be going very well.
So it's changed and it's a lot busier for the second day, and hopefully tomorrow is going to be more busier.
Of course, Thursday and Friday is trade days, so there's not so much volume of people. But tomorrow is the public, so sure it's going to be crazy tomorrow. But that's cool.
Cool. Dorian, I don't need to ask you how long you've been training, because everybody out there, obviously Polish viewers, everybody in Turbo, they know who you are. Just give us some info about your background. You know, you won a lot of titles. You know, you're one of the ones. When I was a little baby, I was looking up to you. So I don't need to introduce you. Just if you could, just give me a little info.
I started bodybuilding in England. Of course, that's where I'm from, England, and I won the British Championships there, and was able to turn pro, compete in my first pro show in 1990. And of course, a lot of people were telling me that you cannot do very well because you're from Europe, you know, or you know, you have to be American, you have to know the right people and everything like that. I didn't listen to that. I went to Night of Champions. The first time I was there, I got second in Night of Champions to Mohammed Benaziza. The second year I went back, I won Night of Champions, and I got second in the Olympia to Lee Haney. So I think it's a good example to other bodybuilders from Europe to say it doesn't matter where you come from. If you're really good enough, then you can make it to the top.
So basically nothing impossible.
No, nothing's impossible. I won the Mr Olympia 6 times. All the time I was living and training in England. I didn't move to the States. I didn't do all the things that everybody said you must do, you know. So I think I showed everybody it doesn't matter where you come from. As long as you got the heart and you got the potential, then you can do it. You're from anywhere. If you're from Poland or Russia, anywhere, it doesn't matter. If you have what it takes, then you can make it.
Right, Dorian. Yeah, you started bodybuilding at an early age. You know, when you were young. What was your first supplement? You know, as a protein-wise. I mean, what was the first you took? You know, to help you to recover or whatever.
Well, you know, the industry has evolved so much since I was training when I was a kid. I started in the mid-80s. You know, so we didn't have all the sophisticated supplements you got now. I got my own range. You know, DY. We got pre-workouts, we got fat burners, we got products to help you sleep.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you about that.
We got a ton of very sophisticated products now. Back in the 80s, it was very basic, you know. And the first supplement that I used, and I still use it, but it's a better form of now. The first supplement I used was a protein supplement, protein shake, because to get enough protein throughout the day from food is very difficult, especially if you're busy, working, all these things. So that's the first supplement that I used. And I still use it today, a protein supplement. Of course, there are many more supplements now, but that was the basic back in the day, and it's still very useful now. You know?
The thing is, you've done a lot. You achieved a lot with those supplements, those days. If, for instance, you know, if you had the same chance, and with the same supplements which we get these days, would you think you would achieve more? You achieve a lot anyway. Would it be that different?
Well, it makes a difference, yeah, because it's the quality of things that are going in your body, so it all makes a difference. So now the supplementation is way better than in the 80s. All the companies, they're always thinking of new things to do, so it's constantly evolving. So yeah, it would have made a positive difference. You know, everything moves on, right? Nothing stays the same.
Correct, right. As I said, you achieved a lot in your life. What would be your next? You've done in the supplement industry, you got your own brands, you know. I've seen, you know, Fromas or Black Bomb. What would be next outside the supplement industry?
You know what? I don't really necessarily feel like I have to conquer the world anymore. You know, I did my competitive sports, Mr Olympia. I was the best in the world for 6 years. I got my company now, DY company, which we're expanding, we're growing. That's my passion, that's my business now. Apart from that, you know, it's the same with everybody else. I married a lovely woman. To live a happy life, to be healthy, and be a good person. This is the main thing, you know.
Correct. You just mentioned you married, you got the wife. Yeah. You're a family man. Have you got any kids?
Yeah, I've got 2 children. My son is now 28, Lewis, and I have a 12-year-old daughter, Tanya, as well. So I got 2 kids. That's very important. All these things are important. I don't need to be the best in the world at something again. I already did that, you know. I have my company, try to be the best with that, and just try to enjoy life now. You know, it's totally different from when you're competing. It's much easier life, many more things you can do. When you're competing, you have to really just focus on that. So
correct, correct. You mentioned about your son. Does he follow your daddy's footstep?
Yeah, my son has always been interested in sports. He did a kickboxing at a very early age. He's a very good kickboxer, and he does weights as well, so he has a good physique. And now he's running my gym, the Temple Gym, which is the gym that I'm famous for, where I did all my training. Now he's running the gym, so the business.
I come there.
The business is in the family, and it's still very popular. The gym, it's very small, but it's original. We still have the, you know, the good old equipment and everything that I use that you see on the DVDs, and we still have a lot of people coming there to train with me and stuff like that. So the gym is an important part of my background, you know.
Right. Which is really important. You know, if you don't go to the gym, you can't train. You know, people say, well, bodybuilding is easy. I heard a lot of stories bodybuilding is easy, which is, I don't think it's easy. Do you think it's easy?
I'm sure no sport at the top is easy. You know, you don't. There's thousands and thousands of people who are trying to achieve the top place, but every year is only one guy. You know, so of course it's not easy. All competitive sports are very hard. And bodybuilding is particularly hard because it's so detailed, you know. You don't do your training and then leave the gym and you forget about it, yeah? It's everywhere you go. You have to be calculating your food, you have to be eating certain food at certain times. And getting ready for a contest, you're training really hard and you're restricting your intake of food. Most sports, you eat more if you're training harder, you know. So it's very hard, and it's quite hard mentally to stay on the diet and everything, but that's the challenge. That's why we love it. That's why people who do it, they do it for a challenge, just like any other sport, you know. So
I love the challenge too. Right, Dorian, just a couple of questions about who the top guys you think right now in 2013, and who the best guys. There's a lot out there. If you could give us a couple of names.
There's a lot of good guys out there. I mean, everybody's asking about the Olympia. Of course, Phil Heath is the reigning Mr Olympia now, very impressive. And you have Kai Green, who I think it was pretty close last year. He pushed him close.
Yeah, he was.
Jay Cutler is also coming back, former Mr Olympia. So I'm guessing those are the three guys that we're going to be looking at who's really going to be fighting for the title, I would think.
Big competition out there. Couple of private questions, if you don't mind. Some people like to know what car you drive.
The car the driver at the moment is a Range Rover Sport.
And you like to, I bet you drive fast.
I do tend to drive a little bit too fast. I got a few tickets, that's true.
Is that back in England or here?
I got tickets in England, yeah.
Or is it going to be expensive for you? Right, Ronnie. Dorian, it's been an absolute pleasure. Absolute pleasure. It's an honour to have Dorian Yates today.
Thanks.
You have a nice time. Before I go, any motivation you want to give all the viewers in Poland or anywhere?
Say hi to all my fans in Poland. I know I have a lot of fans in Poland. We have a lot of Polish people now in my gym training in England. A lot of Polish guys come to work, so I know I have a big following there. To say hi to them. And what's the best advice I can do? You're going to be consistent. Be consistent and do one step at a time. Keep doing it. Keep doing it.
Thank you. If you guys out there listening to what Dorian said, just follow what he says and just train hard, and make sure you take the supplement and do not go to, just make sure you go to the gym. Thank you guys. Thanks Dorian, thank you.
All right, thank you. Cheers.